And then one that might be closer to your heart here a little bit.
Oh, my man, Jalen?
Jalen Lane named second alternate.
Hell yeah. There we go.
Now, I don't know how this – Jalen is on IR.
He probably won't be able to – nothing can happen. He's done.
Yeah.
He's done until the offseason. Get ready to go for the season.
Yeah, but still cool that he's been
Hell
recognized.
Yeah. You get recognized like that, and then a rookie season on top of it? Hell yeah. Great stuff there, man.
Yeah, man. Bad year, but doesn't mean everything was bad, you know?
Yeah.
Congratulations to Tress. Certainly well-earned, I'd say. I mean, the numbers are there to support it, and I don't know, just pretty damn cool.
Very, very.
So congratulations, Tress. You're just getting in your car. Tress Way named to his third Pro Bowl. Had 25 kicks down to
Good
inside.
job, brother.
You know what I'd love? Maybe Bees could set a line for us, right? So he's at 25 kicks inside the 20 with 2 games to play.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think if I set it at 28.5 before the end of the year?
28.5.
So you need 4 more to get home.
Ooh.
I guess we could back that math out, right? If he has 25 in 15 games, what does that work out to? 1 point?
1 point some. About 1.7-ish.
So 4 would be the number then, because it's 2 a game.
You say 3.5, so I can see him. That could be a damn very, very close one. You're starting to act like you living in Vegas.
I'm a little sharp these days. I knew to take the Niners last night. I at least knew that. The problem for Tress getting that number is it's like offensive dependent. You know what I mean? Like there's so many factors in him pinning one deep.
The defense offense has to get the ball to a certain point. But then again, when you start thinking about that inside the 20, you're saying like the offense got almost to midfield and they stalled.
Right. So, it's not great.
Well, you might want to take the over.
Well, it's also this year I can say this because there haven't been that many wins, but Tress's best punt this year was not a kick that put the opposition deep on their own goal line. It was that punt in New York against the Giants, their last win. There's only 4 of them, where he was back deep. He was on his own goal line and just uncorked one.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that ball in the air went like 65 yards.
Yeah, but that's what he is. He's a weapon.
And then Revo made the hella tackle.
Yeah.
They got a 3-out lane house call on the Giants' ensuing punt.
Yeah.
Like that turn of events right there was the key to winning that game. And it's just another – I think back to when we had Urban Meyer sit down with us at Radio Row, and he talked about he came up as a special teams coach. The first thing he did when scouting an opponent was always watch their special teams.
There you go.
Because that tells you how well they're coached. And did you see the thing I sent you last night on Instagram?
No.
So John Elway, I think.
I did see that.
Yeah,
I
think he was talking with Rich Eisen.
Talking about Terrell Davis.
So Terrell Davis, who's now in the Hall of Fame, if you're my age, you saw those Broncos teams. Like when I was a little kid, everybody talked about Elway couldn't win the big one, and then Shanahan got to Denver. They found Terrell Davis. I want to say he was like a 5th or 6th round.
Got a running game.
And they were the way Elway tells the story. They were in Japan for a preseason game, and Davis was miserable. And he's a rookie. He's like 7th on the running back depth chart. He's just miserable, and he wanted to quit. Elway tells the story that he went down to the front desk at the hotel to check out. And back then, you probably had to like check in and out of hotels. It wasn't like it is now.
Yeah,
you just leave. And TD's trying to check out of the hotel to fly back to Georgia. He was done. He'd had enough.
Couldn't speak Japanese.
And the people at the counter were like, I don't know what you're – there was a serious language
Well, they
barrier.
were saying they didn't know what he was saying.
Right.
By telling them they don't know what he's saying, he didn't know what they were saying.
Exactly. So Davis stuck it out, and in that preseason game, he was playing cover on kickoffs, and he lit that dude up.
Yeah.
And that's what caught Shanahan's eye. Like, special teams are just massively important.
Special teams will always get the attention, especially when you're trying to make a name for yourself. He said he was the 7th running back on the roster. If you're number 7 on the roster, you might want to run down there and destroy a wedge, run through a bigger dude, just whatever you can do to make the coach say, okay, that dude right there crazy. Let's get him out here. Like Raven Caldwell. Raven run down the field. His helmet came off. Guess what he did? Made the damn tackle without his helmet. And that's why he acts like he does today.
And, dude, as bad as Washington's season has been, their specials have been good all year.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, their coverage units have been fantastic. The kicking game's been up and down, obviously, but the coverage, punts and kickoffs, has been really, really good all year. So I'm glad for them. Really happy for Tress, especially at this stage of his career, dude. He is.
I was watching the game the other day. It's like those special teams coaches I've seen along the years still in the damn league. Danny Smith, I watched him the other day.
Chewing gum.
Danny had to have like 25 pieces of gum in there and was still adding. He was still adding. Maya was watching the game with me. She go, what is he chewing? I say, gum. She say, and he's adding more? I'm like, he's going to add it till he's not going to have any more.
He's like me with Zins when the vodka's really flowing. Tress going to be 36 in April. Re-signed. You just
keep going, Tress.
Yeah.
I played with probably the coolest. Sean was a little weird, but he was cool. Sean Landetta kicked until he was like 42, 43. He kicked for 20-something years total with the USFL and the NFL.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, and just knowing Tress, he's in better shape now than he was 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he recommitted. And remember Liz locker room? She's always on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
Liz is a funny lady. And she would always talk about Tress being thick in the right ways on Twitter. And I don't know if he heard her or not, but eventually, like, he's lost weight. He's jacked now.
Liz is crazy.
All right, so we're very happy for Tress Way. Congratulations there. Plenty for us to talk about. Cliff Kingsbury is going to address the media here relatively shortly. And it's going to be a quick practice today. These short weeks are crazy. Yesterday, we got the news that they were signing Jeff Driscoll. A lot of folks want to talk about Sam Hartman. We can address that. I did want to at least start with the game last night because I don't know how good the Niners are. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, but they beat the hell out of the Colts last night. And that, you're right, B. That was a game early.
It was a game early, and then down the stretch, they did some things.
Indy's first
the game
two
could get
drives.
away. It gets away after a while, but I would say this. That defense of the 49ers, when a quarterback that can actually move, they're going to have problems.
I agree, dude.
Because you look at that game last night, look, man, Phillip Rivers, kudos, hats off to him. Phillip Rivers can't move.
Or go downfield.
Okay? But he picked them apart.
Totally.
And if he had any wheels, it was about 5 to 6 times he could have gained another 75, 80 yards.
Dude.
But he can't run.
Their first drive, 9 plays, 72 yards. They're up 7-0. Right?
And they had to overcome some
penalties.
Some BS penalties.
Yeah. So their first drive, the Colts look fantastic. I mean, the Rivers stuff is really pretty impressive. But then the Niners go right down the field. They score. And then back to special teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the Colts couldn't afford to do? Fumble a kickoff and give the Niners really good field position.
When that happened, you kind of felt that they were always chasing.
Totally.
But they were in that game till late.
Right. Specific to the Niners, I think they have clinched now, like a playoff spot.
I think last night did that for them.
Yeah, they have clinched. Dude, so the NFC doesn't have a whole lot still to figure out. The teams that have clinched, right, that haven't necessarily clinched the division but have playoff spots, Seahawks, Bears, Eagles, Niners, Rams. That's 5. There's only 7 spots.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever ends up winning between Panthers, Bucks, they each have 2 games left. One of them will get in. The other one will not because they're not going to have enough wins to get to a wild card. And then I think the Packers and the Lions are the last 2 teams trying to hunt down the last wild card spot. So 5 of 7 are already spoken for, and the 6th is going to be the NFC South.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's not a ton of intrigue. It's either going to be Packers or Lions. I guess technically Minnesota and Tampa could have a little bit of say in there because they're at 7 and 8 if they won both and Green Bay and Detroit just collapse.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of don't expect that, but it's possible.